Hey guys, welcome to the VP Podcast.
I'm Brooke.
And I'm Park.
Another podcast episode.
Today we're talking
Episode 3.
We're talking about being gluten-free.
Yeah.
Our favorite gluten-free foods.
Yes.
Or gluten-free foods that aren't so good.
Restaurants. Yes.
Some restaurants. And what it's like to be gluten-free.
Yeah, and let's just say gluten-free food has definitely improved.
It
and
has.
many more restaurants. I don't know if we're just discovering them more and more, but so many restaurants have gluten-free options now. So let's talk about individually what gluten-free looks like for us, because even though we're siblings in the same family, it looks different for us.
So, I do not have celiac, but I cannot have gluten.
So tell us what happens when you have half a cinnamon roll or a fourth of a donut.
I throw up and I get really sick for the next few weeks. I throw up for the next
2 days
straight. Yeah.
2 days.
Sometimes a week.
So he can't have gluten. That's final.
And she definitely can't because she has celiac.
So a few years ago, I had to get an endoscopy done, which is basically where they put you to sleep and they stick a camera down inside of you and take pictures. And so then they just they told me I had celiac disease.
I did not get the thing, but we know I can't have it.
So before you did the endoscopy, you had to have gluten every day for like a few weeks. And so Park, you had it for like 1 or 2 days, and you were like sick, completely sick. So we just said, no, you're not having gluten anyway, so we're not even gonna do it.
So in case they're confused, what is gluten and what does it mean to be gluten-free?
Yeah. So gluten is wheat, barley, rye, oats, all that stuff, and it's found in it's found in bread, cereal.
Most cereals. We can have some cereals.
But that's a big thing. There's even oatmeal that's not gluten-free. We have to be very careful, even shampoo, because it might touch your face. We have to get a special shampoo, special makeup, special, everything has to kind of be gluten-free. So it does have to be gluten-free 100%. And so as soon as I got diagnosed with celiac disease, we had to get all new kitchen stuff, because everything, you think of something, you cook gluten on something, if gluten gets in any cracks or anything, then it has gluten on it. And so if you think of, here's an example to tell you how gluten can affect me. So you think of a toaster, and you think of one of the tiny crumbs at the bottom of the toaster. If I ate one of those, it could start damaging my body, and if I had gluten, some crazy stuff could start happening to me. And you can Google it and find more information about that. But it's kind of just become more normal. It's not really hard anymore to we go to birthday parties and it's you pack your own food.
There's definitely a lot more gluten-free restaurants than there was when we were friends.
Why don't you talk about the restaurants?
So there's a few restaurants we like to go to a lot. Chick-fil-A.
Yes,
Chick-fil-A has
and we'll try to say some that are
everywhere.
Yeah.
Because obviously we can't tell places that are just near us. That'll be personal.
But Chipotle, that's a really good one. Alright, Parker, why don't you tell us about some gluten-free restaurants and even some special things we have to do when we go to those restaurants?
So Chick-fil-A is definitely one. We get
grilled nuggets.
Grilled nuggets. We can have the fries.
The fries are gluten-free,
which is just amazing. The most of the sauces, the Polynesian sauce,
ketchup. And we can have the ice cream, just we can't have the ice cream in a cone.
We have to have it in a cup.
Yeah.
So another place that we like to go is Chipotle.
Yeah.
Which has really good. We can have the bowls there with black beans, rice, lettuce, salsa.
Yeah, basically anything except for like the tortillas. We can have the chips there. One thing we have to be cautious with when we go to Mexican restaurants is some of the chips aren't gluten-free, or if we go somewhere that has like fries and chicken tenders or something, we can't have most chicken tenders because they're breaded and we can't have the bread. And so if the fries are fried in the same place as the chicken tenders, then we can't have those fries. So we have to be careful. And when we go to Chipotle, we have to you go through all the things, change your gloves, wipe down the counter, clean off all the spoons, get new stuff, and cook it in the back. And if we go to pizza places, it's like get things out of the bag, change gloves. Yeah, it's crazy.
And sometimes we just have to pack lunches to bring, or dinners or whatever, sandwiches or. So it's definitely hard to be gluten-free. Okay, Brookie, what are some of our favorite gluten-free foods that we can get at the store, or the grocery store, most grocery stores?
So the gluten-free bread selection
is low.
It started out really bad and expensive, but now there are
a few types.
Some are good, some are absolutely disgusting.
They definitely don't taste like normal bread.
But all gluten-free stuff is A, expensive, and B, it's tiny.
Gluten-free stuff is like tiny. Like the other day, I got a piece of bread and the whole loaf was like the size of my palm.
Okay, he's trying to copy my story. So the other day, we got bread and we pulled it out. It was a loaf of bread, and all the pieces were like the size of my palm or smaller. And they were pretty tiny, and we probably paid, I think that loaf of bread was around $6.
We're not gonna say the company.
Yeah, because they do make really good bread, and we got another kind of bread, but the same company.
I don't even remember the company. I don't even know what bread you're talking about, so I can't even say the company name.
It's not your story. That's what happens. But we got that same brand, just like a different kind of bread, and literally it was just like the size of normal bread. So I don't know. Also like crackers, they're gluten-free crackers. Like a pack of them is like $4 or $5, and when you open it up, just like half the bag is full, and it lasts like 2 or 3 days.
So now let's get into
cereal.
Yeah, cereal.
I know you wanted to talk about that. Chex. Yes, Chex. They only have one kind that's not gluten-free,
which is the wheat Chex. Which, if you remember,
but it's tiny.
If we go back in the podcast, gluten is wheat and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, that's right. Yeah, that. Okay.
Another kind of cereal we love is what's it called? I had it for breakfast this morning. Rice Blitz.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
It's just like rice cereal.
Yeah. It's really good. It's not rice.
By the way, it's not. Yeah, I was.
It's not rice like the kind you put.
Yeah. No.
So, what is it like when we go to parties, or what do we do if they're having a big cake that's not gluten free?
Yeah. So usually we just take something because, I mean, if someone else is going to make it for us, they're going to have to get all new everything that they're going to make it in. And so we usually just end up taking our own things. So we'll just take our own cupcakes, take our own cake, take our own, whatever they're having for dinner. And
dinner.
Or lunch. Whenever the party is, snack, whatever. And I think that's just something that you have to get used to with any allergy, I think. Because, not every food's gonna be, not every food is gonna be something that you can eat or tolerate. So, yeah, it's just something we've had to deal with. And people who have known us for a while, like, they understand that, and they've been really good about that.
But sometimes, most of our friends do make us special gluten-free stuff. Most of our friends.
It's just hard because they have to make sure they make it special and check all the ingredients, check what they're making it in. But
it's hard
for anyone listening that we don't want to sound like it's terrible. Like you
get used to it.
Yeah.
And gluten-free food, I'd say, is
brownies,
just as
gluten-free brownies. People that can have gluten, they want the gluten-free brownies. Like
so I'd say certain gluten-free foods are better than gluten foods.
One time, I was at a play camp. We were doing this play thing, and there was another girl. They were celiac, and then we were friends by the end of camp. And it's like you can make those connections not because you like the same things, but we have the same allergy and the same struggles in the food area. So yeah, that was really cool.
Most sodas are gluten-free. Most sodas. I don't think we found too many sodas or
Yogurt's
drinks.
usually okay.
Most yogurts.
Yeah. But it's just like you have to check everything. A lot of things will have a little circle that says GF in it, and it'll say certified gluten-free. So that's the things we look for, and sometimes it might take us, 2 times the time in the grocery store than it does the average person, because we have to go through, okay, we're making this for dinner. Okay, we have to go through every ingredient. All right, check the back. So it's like now we have our go-to things. Like, okay, we know this is gluten-free, so this is what we're gonna get. All right, we know this isn't gluten-free, so we gotta find another brand.
Most gluten-free food is actually really good.
You just get used to it, honestly, I think, too.
I feel like gluten-free food is definitely different, but it's still good. It's definitely smaller, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah. All right, let's play a game.
Okay.
If we could have one whole day, so we have breakfast, lunch, a snack, dinner, and dessert. So that's 5 different things. What would they all be? That if you could have gluten for one day, what would you have?
I would start out by going to the local donut shop, and then in the afternoon I'd probably go to like
For lunch?
For lunch. I'd probably go do Chick-fil-A, and I get one of those big burgers with the chicken in the middle.
Oh yeah, just breaded chicken.
I'd take a big bite out of it, and then for dinner I'd probably.
Oh, what about your snack? What's your snack gonna
be? That's hard.
Yeah, I know snack.
I'd probably. I'd probably go back to the local donut shop and get another donut. And then for dinner, I would go to Red Robin. Cause Red Robin's good.
Red Robin does have gluten-free.
They do have a little bit gluten-free. They
have gluten-free buns.
They make really good gluten-free buns.
Yeah. And then of course your hamburger, and then fries. Yeah. And then what about for dessert?
Ooh, dessert. I'd probably get one of Red Robin's desserts because they have a good amount of desserts.
Alright, so for me, I would start out. Some of you are going to hate me and think this is not.
Don't stop watching us.
Okay. I would choose McDonald's for breakfast because they have a really good breakfast. The pancakes and the bacon and the eggs.
The snack that smells back. That's goldfish. Why do I think McDonald's says the snack that smells back?
Is it cheesy like that? Alright, we don't want to hate on McDonald's.
Cheesy like goldfish. Cheesy. Oh, guys, you get it?
Ronald McDonald.
The snack that smells back.
Alright, anyways, for lunch, I really want gluten-free the breaded chicken nuggets because the grilled chicken nuggets, they're just not the same. And then I would have ice cream, or maybe
they still are good, the grilled chicken nuggets.
We also can't have milkshakes because
milkshakes.
Yeah.
We can. Or dad makes us milkshakes.
Yeah, we can't like usually at restaurants get them because like Oreos have gluten. So like cookies and cake and stuff, they have gluten, and so because flour that has gluten. So say they made an Oreo milkshake and they put it in the thing, and then we wanted M&M because M&M's gluten free, and they put it in the exact same thing. It's gonna get what they call contaminated, so then we can't have it. So I would probably have from Chick-fil-A the breaded nuggets and a milkshake. Yeah, so healthy, I know. And then for a snack, I don't know what I would have for a snack. It's kind of hard to think It's like a whole new world. Whenever we go into dedicated gluten-free bakeries, it's like you're so overwhelmed because you can literally get anything in there. And for most people, like, they just walk in the grocery store and can get anything. And for us, the gluten-free aisle in the grocery store, we're like, whoa, we can eat any of this?
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I didn't finish what I was gonna say.
Oh, I am sorry, Brooke.
Yeah. I would probably go and get some kind of like Chinese food, like a good restaurant that has really good food. So I would go there for dinner, and for a snack, like trail mix, like all those crackers and pretzels and cheese crackers. Yeah. And then for dessert, no doubt, 100% Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme is I love Krispy Kreme. So, all right. What were you gonna say, Park?
It's not as good as the local donut shop, but
okay. Well, how do you know? You've never tried it.
Most donuts aren't gluten-free, but it's sad. Okay, so this podcast. Before we end the podcast, let's just talk about some gluten-free candies. Because most of the big popular candies are gluten-free. So Hershey bars.
Bars are gluten-free.
But the special ones are gluten-free.
So if they have like the ones with, is it pretzels? I don't know. We don't buy it.
We can have the Hershey bars.
Yeah. And just the chocolate plain.
We can have the little ones though, which is surprising.
Yeah. Some candies.
Ones.
I think some candies, like if they wrap it, they might wrap it with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can have Jolly Ranchers is so random, but I love Jolly Ranchers, so that's one.
Swedish fish, if you know what Swedish fish are. M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, geez.
And they don't say it on them, but they are. And also, you can do your own research.
Sour Patch Kids.
For us.
Brookie, you don't like Sour Patch Kids.
No, I'm not a big gummy person. I just don't like gummies.
Gummies.
I like sour things.
Gummies are amazing. I don't understand. Okay, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today's podcast. We really hope you enjoyed hearing about our gluten-free, and we hope you learn a lot about gluten-free, what it's like to be gluten-free, our favorite gluten-free foods.
And you will get used to it. It's just gonna be different at first, but you get used to it. And I wouldn't say it's even hard anymore. It's just normal.
And all of you people who are gluten-free, you guys.
Shout out to you.
And
Relatable. We're twins.
Everybody who's watching this, you guys are awesome.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for understanding. To all of our family and friends. We have some awesome friends we have
awesome
understood.
family.
And then our family, I was gonna say, they like at Christmas and stuff, they'll like cook a bunch of gluten-free stuff so we don't feel left out. It's awesome. So shout out to you guys.
So goodbye, everybody. We really hope you enjoyed our podcast. And what would you like to say goodbye?
Oh, also thanks to our parents too.
Yes.
Because they do a lot of gluten-free stuff and take us to special gluten-free bakeries and stuff. But all right, that's it. Thanks for listening.
We hope you enjoyed. Goodbye, and don't forget
to subscribe
and keep watching our podcast. Goodbye.